All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. Today, we're going to be talking about Google Business Profiles. So, this webinar, this session is called Level Up Your Local Rankings Google Business Profile Mastery. Google Business Profiles are very, very important for anybody in the green industry. Every company should have one. If you don't have one, you're missing out on a ton of opportunity, and not only a ton of opportunity, but a ton of free opportunities because Google Business Profiles are free. So what we're going to be doing today is obviously going through how to optimize your Google Business Profile specifically for green industry businesses because we really don't want to optimize it for anything other than what we are specifically focused on. So we're going to go through that. We're going to go through some of the map rankings and the importance of all the different components of a Google Business Profile. I know that this is all going to be stuff that you will be able to do yourself. So I really want you to dive in, take a look at all the stuff I'm getting into. And then there will be a replay. You can check out that replay as well. But we will go ahead and dive into all the stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and we can jump into the presentation. Cool. So just a quick recap. If you don't know what a Google Business Profile is, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but here's an example of a Google Business Profile. It's this thing on the right-hand side that has all the information about this local lawn and landscaping company. So this is what a fully filled out and optimized Google Business Profile looks like. This thing is generating them, not even exaggerating, millions of dollars of work annually. So that's just kind of the importance, and that's what we're going to be going over on this webinar. Cool. So just so you know that this is a part of a 9-part series. When it comes to digital marketing, not doing just one thing, while it's going to be great and it's going to be impactful, it's not getting everything that you need to really dominate online. So this part, we're going to be focusing on organic SEO, driving traffic for people that are looking for your services without putting any money into it. Really, you're just putting your time, you're putting your effort, and you're putting your services out there. So on this webinar, we're going to be covering the Google Map rankings because really that's what Google Business Profiles are all about. That's what they're tied into, is your Google Map rankings. So having a good, fully optimized Google Business Profile is going to massively impact your map rankings. And yes, your map rankings do matter even if your address is not public. So if your business is registered to your house, do not worry about that. You don't have to make that public to everybody. You can still show up at the very top of the map, even against companies that are showing their addresses on Google Maps. Next thing we're going to talk about is Google Business Profile itself. It is the best free SEO tool out there. So we're going to go over all of that, how to optimize it. And then at the end of it, we're going to show you how to use your Google Business Profile to supercharge all of your digital marketing. Okay, so let's fix that a bit. There we go. All right, so who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I am the author of Mo Money, Mo Problems. It is the ultimate digital marketing guide for lawn and landscape companies. It is a book that I have written. It is thorough, it's extensive, and it is full of the best information for green industry companies if you want to scale your company beyond 7 figures. So highly recommend you pick up a copy of that. And if you stick around for the end of the webinar, I will be giving that book away for free. I will even pay shipping. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm also the owner and founder of Lawn and Land Marketing, and we are a digital marketing agency. This is what we do, and we only work with those in the green industry. So when it comes to anything as it relates to digital marketing and it comes to anything related to the green industry, we know it. We know how to marry it together and help generate the best quality leads for you online. We're actively working with dozens of green industry businesses that have broken through those plateaus that are generating 7 figures and multiple 7 figures annually. I'm a member of the National Association of Landscape Professionals, so we are always in communication, staying up to date on the latest trends. We want to make sure that we're not just providing for the community, but also a part of the community. And a big reason why I'm qualified to talk about this stuff is I am, and my company is, a Google partner. So that doesn't mean we work for Google. That means Google has recognized us as a professional user of their services. So we are always studying, knowing what's going on with Google, because there's a lot of things that are changing and added and removed, and it's frustrating. Well, we work with that, and we know how to navigate Google successfully. Okay, so just a quick rundown. We're going to be talking specifically about digital marketing for the green industry. Green industry, very blue collar industry. Okay. And just because you're blue collar, just because you're out in the field, it does not mean that there's not a space for you online. This is where most of your leads are coming from. Yes, people are going to be better pre-positioned to buy if they're word of mouth, but when we're talking about volume, those people are searching online. So that's what we're going to be focusing on, is the digital marketing. If you do not have your digital marketing in place, you are just risking neglecting, falling behind your competition. Some of the best companies have their digital marketing in place in-house. Some of them are hiring a digital marketing agency, or some of them are just doing it themselves. But you have to be doing something. Otherwise, you always risk just falling behind, because word of mouth, though it is great and good quality work will get you far, it's not always reliable. Okay, so just a quick recap. This is what we do. We are Lawn and Land Marketing. We work with green industry companies. So I and my team are on a mission to help 100 lawn service and landscaping companies triple their sales in the US. So we're always looking for the next partner that we're going to be working with. So if you at any point want to get scheduled to jump on a one-on-one call with me, you can go ahead and follow that link there. It's lawnandlandmarketing.com/schedule. All right. So in this presentation, we're going to be going through the points, but I'm also going to be going over sort of a checklist of things that you can be doing right away. And I try to make this as easy and bulleted as possible, things that you can be doing to optimize your Google Business Profile. So just be on the lookout for that symbol. That's when you know that this is kind of your to-do list of things to really knock out on your Google Business Profile when filling it out. Okay. So we're going to get started on map rankings, because again, this is important. This is what's tied into your Google Business Profile. So standing out on the map is crucial. Okay, so whenever you're searching for anything specifically local, you'll notice that there's the top 3 on there. That's called the map pack. And so that's where we want you. Obviously, you can click into that and go to more businesses, and you'll be able to see more businesses, but we want you in the top 3, because 77% of all the clicks as it relates to the map are these top 3. And having an optimized Google Business Profile is necessary. It's not just recommended, it's necessary to rank in the top 3. So being in the top 3, it highlights your business, it builds that trust factor. People are going to be much more likely to work with a reputable company that stands out, that is on top of Google, than just any company that they might not have heard of before. Okay, and so what I want to highlight here is that you could be showing up number 1 in one part of the map, and you might just be non-existent in another part. So what we're looking at right here is a highlight of a client out in Ohio. Okay, and so this is what the search term lawn care near me. So we can see that there's a bunch of instances where they're ranking number 1 on the map, but then we go a little bit north and kind of peppered out through there. We're seeing that they're ranking 9th, 20th, 14th. That means you're basically non-existent. So while it might look like, if you're searching right on your phone right now, lawn care near me or landscaper near me, you might be showing up number 1, but highly recommend using a tool like the one we use here. It's called Local Falcon, not affiliated at all, but this will show you how you're actually ranking around your area. So highly recommend that. And what we're going to be doing though here is talking about the ways to turn our map from this to this. We want to rank number 1, or at least in the top 3, everywhere that we're servicing. Okay, so we want to go from that to that. And again, just some of the statistics here: 46% of all Google searches in the US have a local intent. What does that mean? That means literally almost half of all the people that are using Google are looking for something locally. So this is just kind of highlighting how important showing up on the map locally is. All right, and 88% of searches that are being made on the phone, and I promise you there are more searches being made on their phone now than on computers, are calling or interacting with a local business within 24 hours. So these are people, again, pre-positioned to buy. Sure, might not be as good and easy of a close as word of mouth, but these are people that are wanting and looking for your services. Okay, and then again, businesses in the top 3 of the map pack get about 70% of the calls and clicks. Other studies saying 77%, but we obviously wanted to go low end on this graphic here just because we don't want to inflate anything, but this is all super important information and just highlights the importance of showing up on the map. Okay, so again, we want to get you from there to there. So now we're going to get into the meat of everything, and that is the best free SEO tool, search engine optimization tool available, and that is your Google Business Profile. Okay, so the things that you want to do, obviously, we want to make sure that you claim your business. So maybe the business is already on there. Sometimes Google will automatically create yours just because they've seen other directories and listings around. Otherwise, you need to go onto Google and type in Google Business Profile and set up one yourself. And then once you do that, it's going to ask you for basic information. What's your business name? Where are you located, etc. And you can just go through those processes, and that's great. We want you to go through that, get verified. That's going to be big, but it's going to be necessary. Again, you can't show up on the map if you do not have a Google Business Profile. So I'm not going to get into like how to set one up because it is simple. They walk you through this. I'm going to show you how to optimize it. And just a reminder, it is free. Okay. So here's kind of our first checklist. We're going to go through this relatively quickly. And I highlighted the most important 3 things, believe it or not, most important 3. And that is your business name, address, phone number, also known as NAP. You want to make sure that those are consistent, accurate. I can't emphasize enough how many times I've seen those are wrong. And if you get those wrong, like a misspelling or whatever it may be, it's going to tank your rankings. So definitely want to emphasize those. Okay, you want to have a great profile picture. Don't leave it blank. Leaving anything blank on your Google Business Profile is just going to tank your rankings. Google is going to reward you for using more of their services and more of the different parts of their services. So get a good profile picture in there. Ideally, it's your logo. Okay, and then you want to add in a cover photo. Make that the best picture of your work. If you got a phone image and that's the best one you have, make sure that the phone image is taken horizontally like this, not vertically. That's going to make a big difference. One thing that Google will no longer allow is pictures of phone numbers. So if there's a picture of your truck and it's got a phone number on it, it probably won't be accepted. So just a heads up on that one. Now, one really important thing is the categories. This is what you're going to show up for. And so you want to set your primary and secondary categories. You get one primary category. So if you're offering lawn mowing or lawn fertilization services, go ahead and choose lawn care services. If you're a landscaper, you can either choose landscaper, landscape designer, landscape architect, whatever you think is the best one that you would relate to, choose that one. Then you can add all of the additional into the secondary categories. Okay, and so you can have one primary category and up to 9 secondary categories. So definitely try to leverage as many secondary categories that fit your business. You want to go in there, obviously add the services. You want to manually add the ones that are not automatically added. So yes, while lawn care services is added in there, you want to talk about the fertilization. You want to talk about weed control. You want to talk about overseeding, aerating, all that stuff. Make sure you're typing all of those services in. Again, address, super important. Phone number, super important. We also want to link your website up. Website will always be the best SEO element out there. So we want to tie those together. So make sure that you have a website and that it is linked up to your Google Business Profile. Okay, so here's just a quick look at a Google Business Profile that is not filled out versus one that is filled out. And this is just the top portion of it. But we could see here, like this is Mark's Lawn Care versus Precision Landscape Management. Mark has no reviews. Mark has missing business hours, missing website. And sure, let's say somebody does see this. Okay, well, they're not giving enough information. But even worse than all that, I promise you, Mark's Lawn Care is not showing up at all. Maybe if you search for Mark's Lawn Care, but if you're searching for a specific business, you're going to get in touch with that business no matter what. People are searching for services. And so we want to be able to type in lawn care near me, lawn service near me, landscaper near me, and pop up. And Mark's Lawn Care, since it's not filled out, has basically 0 chance of showing up, especially in a competitive area. So just kind of highlights the importance of making sure that that's fully filled out. And we can see here, again, Google Business Profile is free. And so here at Precision, we can see that they got 379 calls for free to their Google Business Profile. And that's just to the Google Business Profile. That's not considering the website. That's not considering paid ads. It's not considering local service ads or Google Guaranteed. This is just their free tool. What would 379 calls do for your business for free? Okay. So we're going to get into a little bit more of the advanced stuff in there. So we went through the basics. We went through adding your name and categories and all that stuff. But Google will always reward you for the more things that you use of their services. So we want to make sure that we're posting on there. We want you to treat your Google Business Profile sort of like its own social media. I know it sounds like a headache. You're a business owner. You don't have time to do it, but I promise you it's worth it. You want to be putting good quality images on there, writing about the service itself. It's going to help Google understand better who you are, what you do, where you do it at, and position you accordingly for when people are searching in your area. The next thing, obviously, we want to get reviews, and we're going to have a whole section on that, trust me. But we want to get Q&As in there. There's a whole section for adding questions and answers. So put in the questions, answer them yourself, make sure you have good, high-quality information in there. That is also going to be a really helpful SEO element that will rank you higher. And then here's a pro tip. A lot of green industries don't leverage this because it's kind of confusing from Google. There's a section called products. Now, green industry company, you offer services, not products. That is where the confusion happens. You want to add in your services as products, even if you don't put a price on it. Having your services in there as products definitely helps. It allows you to write all of this information about the service itself. Again, another SEO element, letting Google know more about who you are and where you do it at. Okay, so we'll get into a little bit more of the advanced stuff here. Now, this is kind of semi-advanced, and you'll see there's a QR code on the bottom right. That is for our full checklist, and that is where you'll see all of the advanced stuff, the stuff that's really intricate, the stuff that's really going to help skyrocket your rankings. But we're going to get into this stuff. So the business description, very, very important. You want to make sure you're not just saying, oh, we're a landscaping company. You want to talk about, we're a landscaping company. We offer these services in these service areas. Talk more about you, add in about how long have you been in business. And so what you can do is you can put in a little bit of information, and now Google has added in their own AI generator into that. So just give it a bit of information, click generate AI. That'll make it super easy for you. And then that will give you high quality information about your business for your description. Now, your operating hours. Definitely do not want to mark it as 24/7 because the only time you'll really rank is when all of the other businesses are closed. But when all the other businesses are open, it's going to tank your rankings because it's going to favor the ones that aren't open 24/7. So do not put 24/7, even if you answer your phone 24/7. But another thing with operating hours, you want to make sure that you are picking up the phone during those hours. If people are calling you, and Google knows if you're picking up the phone, if you're not picking up the phone during your operating hours, it's going to hurt your rankings. Okay, so we want to add images to your Google Business Profile. My recommendation is if you have 100 images, do not add 100 at once. There is a power in slowly adding those images. Google wants to see at least one image a week. So what I would recommend, if you got 100 images, put 10 on there and then just add one image every single week. And that will constantly feed that algorithm and let Google know that you're actively working on your Google Business Profile. It will continue to keep you up on the rankings. Okay, again, got questions and answers on there. This is super important, and you really want to think about, okay, what are our customers constantly asking us? Anything not related to price. You don't have to put your prices up or on there, but we want to talk about, okay, what are the seasonality? What are we offering at certain times of the year? What is the best way to keep my grass green? What are the recommendations for retaining walls, dimensions, stuff like that? You want to have great information about your services because, again, this is being read by Google, and the more you come off as a professional, the higher they're going to rank you. We obviously want to define our service areas. Add in cities, add in zip codes, do not add in counties. Now, when it comes to choosing your service areas, you got to understand the bigger you make your area, the more it's going to dilute your ability to rank. If we're super laser focused on very specific areas, mark that. If you're saying, oh, well, we can service anywhere, just know that if you are servicing an hour away, that one, it's going to be unlikely that you're going to rank an hour away, but two, it's only going to hurt your local rankings. So try to be as condensed as you can without obviously sacrificing where you actually service. Okay, we want to add in a booking button. Again, it's another part of Google. You want to use all their services. Link that to your contact page. Super important. Mention the products thing. Get all of that in there. You want to have an image. You want to describe the service. And then you want to link that ideally to a specific page on your website. The more interconnectivity with your website, the better. And then obviously we want to put any social links. If you got Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, link that all in there. Okay, so that's going to be the basics. Again, I'm really going to emphasize that QR code on the bottom right, because that is going to be the full checklist. There's a few more things that you can be doing, but if you get those basics in place, I can guarantee you your Google business profile is going to be better than 90+% of the green industry businesses out there, and it's only going to increase your rankings significantly. Okay. So the next thing I really want to emphasize, because I cannot let you know how important this is enough, is we want to see more reviews. Seems like an easy thing, right? Well, we see so many companies constantly forgetting to ask for reviews. Reviews are not just a nice little number up there. It is the biggest ranking factor for your map rankings. It supercharges everything. So the more reviews, the more consistency you have in reviews, the better. So you need to be making sure that you're always asking for reviews. So again, the two main reasons why this matter, yes, people are obviously going on there, checking out your reviews, especially if they haven't worked with you, if they've never heard of you before, they're going to want to see what their community is saying about you. So that's really important. But again, the big moneymaker is the big boost that you're going to get in the search engine rankings. So reviews, I'm going to say this over and over. A review part will probably be in every single presentation I do. Very, very important. Okay, so to easily ask for reviews, you're just going to log into your Google Business Profile. You're going to see, it's always cut off. I don't know why, but it's going to say ask for reviews there. So click that. It's going to give you this link. Save that link. Text it to people. Email it to people. Put it on your phone and hand your phone to somebody. Ask them to leave you a review. Get those reviews. They should be super easy, especially after you complete a job. Okay. So again, I just want to quickly go through reviews and some of the ways that we should be focusing on those. We only want to see Google reviews. Yelp reviews are fine. Facebook reviews are fine. They don't move the needle when it comes to your rankings. Just get Google reviews. I don't want to see Angie reviews because that's limited to just Angie's. I don't want to see Thumbtack or Trustpilot. Get Google reviews. That impacts your Google and Map rankings. That's where people are searching for you. Okay, obviously, we want to put up a process where you're asking for reviews, but the easiest way, if you can get this set up, is set up an automated process. Whether it's right when an invoice is paid, boom, they get a link to your Google reviews. We want to set up some sort of process in place so that we're consistently asking for those reviews from your customers. You want to make it a part of your business protocol. It's not just a nice to have thing. This needs to be mandatory if you want to continue making the most money that you possibly can from your online profiles. Now, if you want to talk about a number, you want to try to aim for at least 36 reviews per year. That's 3 per month. That's going to have a good significant impact to all of your SEO. If you want to have the optimal review count, you're getting at least 2 reviews per week. I know that's obviously easier for, let's say, a lawn care company, lawn maintenance company, where you're servicing tons of people. Maybe not so easy for those large landscape design projects, but still, you want to be asking for those reviews. Can't emphasize it enough. So again, Google Business Profile, ask for review, get that link, save it. It's going to be the most important link for your business other than your website. Okay, so I want to go back to this one. I want to highlight this. You need to make review generation a part of your company's protocol for all technicians, your office staff, the managers, the owners. It is the most important thing when it comes to generating the most amount of money for free. So I put this here, and I'm trying not to read directly from the PowerPoint, but I want to read this. It is so important. By asking every customer for a review at job completion, you boost your Google rating, build trust with new prospects. Consistent positive reviews propel you higher in local searches, leading to more leads and, for many green industry businesses, hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra revenue annually. Hundreds of thousands of dollars just for getting reviews. It's literally that important, that easy. Get those reviews. Okay. So that's it. That's really the meat of everything as it relates to Google Business Profile. Again, take a look at that checklist. If you need me to get you that link again, let me know. It has the advanced stuff on there as well. But on this webinar, we cover why map rankings are vital for your local visibility, how to optimize your Google Business Profile, specifically the basics. There are more advanced things. The power of Google reviews, and how just one slight change in your business operations, literally just asking for reviews, can help supercharge your business and drive hundreds of thousands of dollars annually or more. Okay, so if you stuck around, thank you. It's been a pleasure having you. I really do appreciate your time, especially in the middle of a Wednesday. Good for you. Thank you so much. I want you to go ahead, scan that QR code, or you can use that link above it. Just fill in your information. I will send you this book for free, no shipping. We're going to send it directly to you. It's just kind of my thank you for sticking around on this. If you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, I'm sorry, the link's probably not there anymore. This is just for the people that stuck around for this call. So again, thank you so much for that. And just a reminder, I am running Lawn and Land Marketing, so I would love to talk to you one-on-one about your business, your green industry businesses. It is obviously more than just a Google Business Profile, so I would love to see where you're at with everything and see if my team can help you. So again, thank you for your time. I hope you took away some great lessons here. We're going to be doing webinars more frequently, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon. All right, thanks a lot.